What up, dudes and dudettes? This is Light here, and today we are going to be talking about this play-to-earn game called BIGTIME, which I have mentioned a couple of times back in 21 when they were having the space sale, which a couple of my community members, including me, participated on. And now the game has basically entered into the preseason phase where people are basically able to earn the BIGTIME tokens by playing the game. And obviously there are other ways to earn inside the game. One is way to basically acquire NFTs, which you can sell in the marketplace. And there's also resources that you are able to sell as well inside the game. And then there's like a total separate in-game currency, which is the gold. And then there's the BIGTIME token, which is used for different types of functionalities inside the game, mostly to do with crafting, and it basically speeds up the crafting process. And so there's a lot of like deep tokenomics that go into this game, which I'm not able to break down in this one video because there's a lot of things that go into it, and I haven't done like the 100% research, and there's a lot of things that go into these types of things. You don't know exactly the perfect type of strategy to basically accumulate. Are you going to be selling out the tokens, or are you going to be selling out the NFTs, for example? So there's a lot of things that actually go into this, but they do have like very good pages in their wiki page where you can basically research more about it in case you're interested. So BIGTIME is basically an MMO game. You basically are able to choose from 4 different classes. I think there's going to be more classes down the line. And there's like a healer class, tank class, and there's an assassin, which I basically play. And then there's like a wizard style class. And basically, it's like a world which has to do with like a lot of time travel, not necessarily time traveling, but it's, well, the lore is not very super important in this game, I guess. And essentially you are in this like one big planet, and from this planet you are able to travel through these portals, and these portals are basically dungeons. And by completing the mission inside the dungeon, which is followed by a boss, you are basically going to be getting a reward, and there's obviously different types of rewards from whatever it's like the weapons inside the game which you are equipped, and basically none of the items inside the game like that you can buy with real money or crypto are not giving you any like types of stat bonuses. So all the weapons and stuff like that, they are just inside the game itself, tradable with the vendors and stuff like that, but you're not able to sell them on the marketplace. So there are different items which are specifically inside the game, and items that can be bridged out to the marketplace, like certain types of like spaces, for example, which allow you to earn these hourglasses, and these hourglasses allow you to earn these tokens. But by normal players who don't have space, they still can earn these artifacts, and 10 artifacts basically can be brought into this artifact vendor, and it can give you a random made item, or it can also produce you an NFT which you are able to sell. So there's a couple of different ways that you are able to sell inside the game. In terms of the servers, there seems to be one for every region. I've been playing from the European servers in Frankfurt, German. There's a lot of like rubber banding, a bit of lag currently in the game. I think there's a bit of a flux of players coming in and trying to play the game. In a lot of ways, this game is really meant to be played on a party. Party is an easier way to basically get dungeons done, because most of the dungeons are not designed for solo. The beginning experience of this game is going to be a lot of solos. There's not a lot of party until you're like, I think level 7 or something like that. You, by earliest, you probably get to experience the party system, and there's been some tweaks that need to be probably done there in terms of the communication. The chat is kind of laggy as well. There's a bit of an input delay there, but overall, like, the game in terms of the graphics is pretty good. I have a very high-end computer right now because I just upgraded my computer, so I don't know like how well it's going to be running on low-end PCs, but I would say due to its shell shade style graphics, it shouldn't be too intensive for your computer, because there's a lot of like very the shapes and the designs of the world seem like low polygon, so it should be running out pretty well on low-end computers. The gameplay itself is actually, there's some level of depth into it, especially when it comes to customization of your build and passive abilities. and I haven't like fully even like grasped all of that element that goes into this. So I definitely really believe that there's like a lot of like in-game depth, not just on the tokenomics side, but also in terms of like finding out the best build, which abilities to learn, which abilities to max out, which attributes to max out. There's a lot of that in going into this game, and it's very interesting in my opinion, and I'm gonna be learning about it a lot more going in. And obviously there's the whole crafting thing. All the visual aspects are basically, you know, NFTs. So basically when I have fancy armor, you basically have to like, you know, create these NFTs. And then there's obviously the passes. I think I had the Jade pass. Then there's the gold and silver passes. And basically, and if you had like a rank 20 in any other previous patch, basically you could get access to the game right now. But I do want to say that this is a very big heavy emphasis on playing on a party. So you might want to join like the Light Liger Discord, or you want to join our Telegram and find people to play with. There has been a couple of people in my community who have been interested playing with me especially, and I think that would be very wise to kind of formulate a bit of a group inside our community where we can raid together and we can basically earn money together. Some people have said like they have made $1,000 a day. I don't know what that is mean and telling exactly. Have they been farming tokens only, or they have been selling some very rare NFTs? I do think that it's really early for me to tell basically what I think about, but like what I'm saying here is that I have to get more hours into this game to give you a more of an estimate, like amount of money that you can make, because there's a lot of RNG that goes into it. Like, will you get an NFT? Will you get the tokens? Do you have the hourglasses? And things like that. And you can also rent these items on the marketplace, but you have to do KYC in order to do that. So if you don't want to play the game, technically you can buy a land, aka a space, and you can rent that space. You can rent it for a month. You can say, okay, $100, and you can rent this space. And that can be a very good way to do passive income. And that's basically what I'm going to be doing with one of the lands that I have basically acquired. But I don't know what the actual you know, the demand in the market for renting right now is, and also I don't know exactly how much I would be getting per month, but I would probably get something at least out of my epic medium space. But in terms of like the gameplay loop, I think it's okay. I haven't tried obviously all the classes, the item systems, the vendors. The map system is kind of annoying, and maybe there should be like a mount system or something like makes you able to fast travel a bit faster, sorry. And overall, like in terms of like Web3 games, this is definitely like S tier, probably one of the best. But will the valuation of the big time token stay up for a very long time? Because a lot of it's related into the crafting stuff, but the crafting demand is going to be ending at some point. So hopefully there's going to be more utilities for the big time token in the future. I don't know if there's going to be a DAO or something. And bear in mind, I haven't like done like the super deep down research into the projects and what they plan to do in the future and their roadmaps. I mean, I've been very loosely following it down the line, and obviously I invested back in the day, but right now I'm just trying to like learn more about the game and kind of try it out, and this is kind of like my first impressions of the game. But definitely, like if you're looking for play to earn game, this one is pretty good. It does have a bit of a longer wait until you get into money, which is good because that will avoid botting a lot. And you know, that's something that we will see how it will pan out for the long run. But I'm excited to play this game for the upcoming days and stuff, and I'm always will be, not always, but I'm gonna be also streaming it in the next couple of days, probably if I find especially people to play with. But that's pretty much my rundown right now. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below, and maybe I have the answers for those. But thanks for watching, guys. I will be seeing you in the next video when that will be dropping out. Cheers.